I'll be reacting to Housing Complex C, episode 4. And now, I'll be starting my reaction to the episode in 1, 0, go. Like the kink, kink noise. All right, now it's here. I really hope the series can somehow angle for a happy ending. But considering what happened in the flash forward in episode 1, I doubt it's going to be the case. It's getting a little bit creepy here now. Whoa. Whew. Okay, I mean, that's actually pretty creepy in a good way. Huh. Well, when people have enough time, they sometimes do some crazy shit. At times, anyway. I mean, at least he realizes he's wrong now, though. Better he realizes it late rather than never. Hmm. Ah. Ah. Hmm. Talk about putting a lot of info on the table and snap of a finger. Whew. Makes sense, though, considering it is the last episode of the series. I mean, I like how the soundtrack here sounds a little bit inspirational. Considering the fact that shit's about to go down. Could has to be more than just that. Could have, and that would make sense too. Jeez. Ooh, and I'm gonna guess he's gonna find some shifty ass shit there. Whew. It's nice for finally getting consequence to what a girl saw in the previous in episode number 3. Whoa. Those are some broken ass abilities. Okay. Finally. At least it's contextualizing what's went down in the previous episodes. Okay then. So they've essentially been dealing with. Ah, that's kind of sad. That does confirm their death straight up. Yeah, the fan is kind of cute. Oh, damn, that's pretty dark. That explains the freakiness of the series. That's what I've been wondering. Yeah, that makes our girls a lot shiftier than I could have ever realized then. Hmm. Oh. Oh, who would have thought? Yeah, they're all fucked essentially. And I'm not gonna blame them. I mean, I'm not gonna blame them for overlooking shit though, because the name Kimmy sounds like it'd be a common name. At least that explains why in the key visuals they make Yuri look shifty. That explains a lot now. The thing is, though, how is Kimmy gonna react to all this? Oh, damn! Yeah, that explains why in the opening ED themes, Yuri seems really fucking creepy. Yo! Hmm. Oh man. Kind of feel for Khan now. Holy fuck. Oh no. Oh no. Oh fuck. Oh my. Oh, that's nasty. Yo. Oh. Whew. He is not sorry at all. He's trying to fucking murderize everything. Oh. I'm I'm actually shocked about this. Cause I guess yes, our god is a fucking badass. I hope he doesn't fall for. Oh, he's gonna fall for this. Ah, that is some cheap ass shit. Taking advantage of Khan's kind-hearted nature. This time he has to go in for the kill. Oh, I understand why Khan wouldn't do it because he wouldn't seem like the type to be finishing off. Obviously, an unarmed lady when they're knocked the fuck out, even if it was one that's trying to kill him. Oh shit. Oh! Never mind, I was right to suspect fucking Yuri then. What the Yo, that's crazy. But you know what? That explains a lot though, because the Sears wasn't even trying to be subtle that Yuri was fucking shifty when it came to again the opener, the ED. And it's always been right there in front of us the whole time, too. I like how she's calling him an asshole, even though they were the ones that caused the death of so many freaking people. Honestly, if their god requires them to do this fucked up shit, it definitely would not be a deity worth following, that's for sure. If you can even call it that. Ha! Get wrecked, bitch! And okay, now I like how now we're finally getting to what went down in the flash forward events in episode 1. I really hope Kimmy figures out that Yuri ain't what she seems to be. That she is a fucking wolf in sheep's clothing. Obviously, she wasn't being subtle about it. Oh! Good thing our girl's got for cat like reflexes. I really want to see Yuri bitch the fuck out. Whoa. What a fucking bitch. That's all I gotta say. Oh no. Oh, that's nasty. I really hope. And yeah, I really like your risk. Oh, okay. Looks like a girl has a trump card. Oh, oh, I think they're already dead. Damn. Hey, just giving the parents their comeuppance. Hey, she deserves that for being a fucking bitch. It couldn't have happened to someone more deserving. Oh. Cammy is essentially a goddess. I could see why she wouldn't really perceive it like that. Damn. Ooh. Oh. So she was the one behind that? Shit. Oh, well, finally she figured it out. Yeah. Too late to be simping though now. Yeah. Apologies ain't gonna suffice with the shit her family did and she herself tried to do. Does she really think that she could appeal to a goddess? Oh man. After what she did? Damn. Holy shit. Whoa. That was fucking dark. I kind of feel bad for Calm though. Only because he went through all this shit without really knowing what's going on. I'm assuming now he's going to be at modern day society, considering, yeah, looks like it. With all the moss. Yep, looks like it's been modernized. Although, in saying that, though, the ending does. Oh. Yeah, definitely. Wait, that's it for an ending? Ah, thought there'd be a little bit more. The end of the line. Eh. Well, here's how I feel about the series. The ending was it was definitely something, I'll give it that. Because here's what I'll give it credit. I do like how they finally explained all the supernatural phenomenon that happened in the last episode. But the thing about this episode was, though, it felt really quick with all the exposition dumping, though, for like the first few minutes. Felt like since the animators only had 4 minutes to work with, they just had a fucking rush just to like finish things off. And here's another thing about this episode, too. Kind of wish they would add a little bit of more depth when it comes to like Yuri's parents, though. That'd have been pretty damn nice, actually, to actually see that, you know? That'd have been like, oh, okay. Unfortunately, they just rushed things involving Yuri's parents, unfortunately. Now, and saying that, I do like the twist though, where everything in Housing Complex C was like stuck in the time and it's looped 20 times. That twist was actually pretty good because that actually recontextualizes things in episode number one, where in episode number one, it was kind of a flash forward, but now thinking about it, things in episode one were slightly different in the flash forward in the events in this series, and I chalk it up to, oh, well, probably it was different because of the 20 loops. It was probably one of the previous loops. So I'll give credit to the series for doing that. And aside from that, I do like how they explain pretty much. They don't provide all the answers, but at least now we know what was Trinarians into Moss when it came to like it being Kimmy's doing. Now, in saying that though, Why exactly did Kimmy have her mom in a fetus, though, and then she crushed it? And what really caused Yuri's family to go fucking crazy? Like, that was the issue with this last episode. It's like Yuri's family was evil, but they didn't really go much deeply into that, though. I mean, that was one of the bigger disappointments of this episode. Yeah, because I'm even like rewatching bits of the episode just to like, yeah, I'm rewatching bits of the episode again. Yeah, because he mentioned straight up that they're just filled with malice when it comes to Yuri's family. I mean, in the episode itself, they mentioned that they're doing it for a god, but they don't go anywhere beyond that. So that's my issue with this last episode. It's like certain things are explained, but then some of the more pressing questions aren't explained in the last episode, which, for at least for me, lowers the impact of the last episode to a significant degree. It's kind of what makes this last episode a little disappointing. No, not a little. It makes it disappointing. And then, aside from like the lack of explanations on certain things, which I really feel they should have made this last episode. They should have like turned the events in this last episode and expanded it by at least one or two more episodes. That'd have been pretty damn nice, all things considered. Now, in saying that, but yeah, that's why this episode really, really felt rushed. Now, there were some positives in the last episode. It was nice getting to see Khan survive. That was pretty dang nice. And aside from finding out that everything was looping, I gotta admit the episode did have a little bit of tension when it came to everything regarding Khan. And I do like how this episode does show off that Khan was never a bad dude, because the first episode made me assume he was a bad dude. But then this one recontextualizes that. So that's even though, yes, this last episode did rush the fuck out of things, it at least had some positives. Now, and saying that, it's like, holy shit. Talk about a nihilistic message, though, where it's like, the message here is pretty much that humans are always going to be freaking dicks. And that there's going to be no hope for them in the long run. But in saying that, I do like how at the very least Khan survived. But yeah, even some of the message in the series is like, eh. But those are my thoughts about the last episode. It wasn't an absolute dumpster fire, but it was disappointing. Now, in saying that, there were some positives in the visuals. But visually, it was a really damn good production. I'll give it credit for that. And the voice acting was actually pretty darn good, actually. But in saying that, though, here's the thing. If I had to rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 10, because they essentially made Kimmy, now that we get the context of everything, sort of like a plot device, considering that it's explained, oh yeah, she's a goddess. So if I had to rate this last episode on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, and 10 being exceptional, here's what I'm going to give the last episode. The last episode straight up gets a 4.75 out of 10, because all things considered, the last episode is completely inorganic with the way they just presented huge amounts of information in an info dump for like the first 10 minutes, which ain't the most engaging way of having information presented. And then not only that, but it would have been great to see the motivations as to why Yuri's family followed an evil god in some of the other episodes. But since the series only had 4 episodes to work with, this episode felt like a clusterfuck. It tried to do too many things at once. And then it's like, what was the point of Kimmy taking care of her mother? I mean, the fetus of her mother, just to then stomp on it. That just felt, if you ask me, a bit too random. It's like, oh, well, okay, what was the point of her taking painstaking care of it? Like, don't get me wrong, there are some things like Yuri's family getting what they just deserve at the end of the episode, their punishment. I mean, that was nice, but that ain't enough to make up for this last episode just rushing things when it comes to like any of the potential motivations that Yuri's family could have had. And that's the only positive was, again, Colin lived. He's cool, but that's about it, though. It's like shit, though. Now, and saying that, if I had to rate this last episode on, say, a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, and 10 being exceptional, I'm going to be honest with y'all. After thinking about it, if I had to rate the series overall on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, and 10 being exceptional, it's a 4.75 out of 10. This ain't the worst series I've ever seen, but the ending is disappointing. Literally, you had first 3 episodes were enjoyable. Then this one's like just fucking rushes everything. I'm like, I think with like 2 extra episodes, explain the circumstance to why Yuri's family became as shifty as they did, and seeing the individual residents react to the betrayal from Yuri's family, because they also went through that pretty abruptly. If they had done that, this series could have been good. But with the way they were just rushing through things, I'm like, nah. I didn't even say this series is average because the pacing is just too absurdly fast for me to say, oh, this is good. Because it isn't. There's just too many problems, which is a damn shame because this series did have a good start. I mean, it did. I was like, it had a lot of potential, especially with the first episode, but it just squandered it in this last episode, unfortunately. And I was really gung-ho about this series too. And it's a damn shame because honestly, I do feel with an extra episode, or even an extra second episode, this could have been a really damn good series. But the thing is that when your final antagonists in the series don't have their motivations clarified, it just makes them really, really sad just to see what this series could have been. And just seeing it squandered like this is, yeah, it's pretty fucking disappointing. Now here, this series, where it failed at, aside from the last episode, was just the lack of, it's a lack of build-up. Because things just happened without any rhyme or reason, which is also what affected the series negatively. Like, all that could have been made up for if they would have been able to stick the landing of this last episode, which they obviously weren't able to do that. Now, I'm saying that there are positives. I liked Khan, though. He was a sweet dude as a character. That's why I give it a 4.75 out of 10 and not a 3 out of 10. And regardless of what went down, I thought Yuri did make for a good villain because this series genuinely made me feel like she was a really, really cool sweetheart. So to see that she was like shifty all this time kind of does make her an engaging antagonist, all things considered. So yeah, even though I may have a few reservations as to how things went down in this episode, there were positives. All I'm saying that I'm not exactly a fan of Kimmy being a freaking goddess because it's like it establishes characterization for her throughout the whole. Actually, nah. Now you know what? I should say I'm more neutral because I guess that would explain why everyone did gravitate towards Kimmy. Actually, so I'm more partial to her. Actually, yeah. You know what? At the end of the day, the only really likable character was Khan because with Yuri's character, it's like I liked her up until this last episode. And I think I would have liked her character even if she became shiftedly evil, if they just would have explained the motivation as to why she became evil. Because with the way this series handles it, it's like, oh yeah, nah, yeah, she's evil because she wants to be, and not for any other specific reason. Which, yeah, at the end of the day, this last episode even felt Kimmy as a character. So yeah, that's how I feel about the characters. Only really liked Khan. That's it. Anything else was like, yeah. It was kind of a letdown, if I'm being honest. Yeah. Now, in saying that, I mean, I guess the animation was pretty great, and the voice acting was pretty good. But holy hell, I'd be lying if I said the ending was completely satisfying. But yeah, I mean, I guess I will say this though: the series did build a good atmosphere, though. That's about that's about it. But I gotta say though, due to rushing, I don't know if I can even necessarily recommend this unless someone's a really big horror anime addict and they don't care about endings not being satisfying. But yeah, it just felt like this last episode just threw everything at the wall completely. And it made sense too. Like Kimi being a goddess, it made sense. That made sense. Just would have loved to have seen more motivation from Yuri's family though. But this episode was a huge disappointment. It's just a shame because again, I did like I did, Daniel Witz. I liked the first three episodes, but this episode fucked it up. It messed it up. It felt rushed because we never got to see why Yuri's family is the way they were, and that's the biggest disappointment when it comes to this series, unfortunately. And that's why if I had to rate this series overall, I'd stick with the 4.75 out of 10. Like honestly, this could have been like one of the best anime of the season. But nope. The writers just had to fuck it all up, unfortunately. Which is a damn shame. A damn fucking shame because they really had something going for them with the first few episodes of the series. That's why I think it's a big ass shame that things just ended up this way for the series. It's like, holy fuck. This is definitely one of the biggest disappointments of the year when it comes to anime. At least in my personal opinion. It has to be up there. Because it's like, how can you how is it possible to botch up this much potential? Like how? But yeah, I'm just sad. I'm not even angry with the finale. I'm just sad because the series really could have been a great one if they would have just thought, at least if the writing staff would have thought things through a little bit more when it came to the writing. But yeah, that's how I feel about the ending. It just fell flat in every sense of the word. No, they did. They explained Kimmy was a goddess, Daniel Witz. They explained that. But the thing they didn't explain though is was she taking care of her mother's fetus, and why did she stomp her mother's fetus? They didn't explain those things, but they explained that Kimmy was a goddess though. They did explain that, and that she kept the housing complex C in a time loop of 20 years, where it looped multiple times, 20 times. So they did explain that, but they didn't explain why Yuri's family was evil, why they followed an evil goddess, god. They didn't explain that. They didn't explain the circumstances behind not only that, they didn't bother explaining the circumstances regarding her mother either. So that's where the series really does fail. A damn shame, but yeah, these are my thoughts on the last episode. It's a disappointment. It seems to happen to like every collaboration that Tsunami Adult Swim has had with anime companies lately. It's like they'll start out fucking strong, and then they'll majorly fuck up their last episodes. Because this also happened with Fina Pirate Princess. Same shit happened. Strong start, fucked up badly when it came to like actually, trying to stick an ending. So at this point now, whenever I see an Adult Sim collaboration with an anime company, I should just expect the last episode to fucking suck now. I should learn not to fucking trust anything with the fucking Toonami Adult Swim brand logo attached to a freaking anime. Should have learned my lesson with Fina Pirate Princess, but damn, what a letdown. But anyways, right before I go, though, I'll say thank you to Daniel Witz for commenting on the live chat. Thank you everyone else for watching my video. Hope you all rate the video, share it, comment, subscribe, and also be sure to hit the bell for notifications. And I'll see y'all later if you come back for more. And thank you so much for watching my reactions, y'all. Bye-bye.